welcome to Synthaholics. This is your host, David Duncan.
I'm Brian.
Yes.
Hi, David. We're in person. Well, we're not in person. We're not live, but you and me are seeing each other in real life.
We are seeing each other. I mean, we are live on the Yield Twitch.
Yes.
As of right now, but everyone who's not seeing it right now is seeing it on the Yield YouTubes.
In the future.
In the future.
They're in the future right now.
In the future.
We're in the past. They're in the future. That's how it works.
Yes.
So,
future.
David, how you doing, man? We watched Avatar.
We watched Avatar.
Avatar 1, and now we're doing Avatar 2.
We watched Avatar 1 and 2, and we watched the Corridor Digital Avatar 2.
Yes, that's the real gem right there. If you haven't seen Corridor Digital's Avatar version, their version of Avatar 2, go watch it. You'll enjoy it. It's funny. It's more funny than Avatar 2. There's not a lot of jokes in Avatar 2.
Well, there weren't any jokes in this thing. Exactly. It
just happened to be funny.
It just happened to be very funny. Yes.
It was kind of funny. But before we get into that, we already discussed that we don't have any news. It's the start of the year. No news is going on really that we care about. But
I mean, it's just more rumblings of the same thing. I mean, James Gunn's still causing a ruckus at DC.
Yep.
Henry Cavill's working on Warhammer theoretically.
I don't think did we talk about that?
Who knows when that's coming out? Oh, I don't know if we actually mentioned.
I don't
the
think
Warhammer
we
thing
did.
might have happened after we talked about Avatar.
I don't know the last time we podcast. Who are we? What are we doing?
Why are we? Who are we?
So Henry Cavill got kicked out as Superman. I don't know if we've actually talked about it. We probably have. At least you and me
We
have.
definitely talked about DC on here last time.
But now he's doing Warhammer. And you sent me a meme that I still am laughing about where it's like, Henry Cavill is being in Warhammer. I don't know who he's playing, but I promise it won't be a good guy.
Everyone's kind of awful in the world of Warhammer. I've been trying to immerse myself in Warhammer lore through many different YouTube channels to fully understand what's going on with Warhammer, since I've read 0 of the books, and we've got the Warhammer show coming out, and I think Rafe Judkins is working on God of War. Is he also working on?
Oh no, he's doing both.
I don't know. I don't know who else is involved with Warhammer.
Busy guy.
But I hope it's not Rafe Judkins, because he butchered Wheel of Time, and he's probably gonna butcher God of War. So
yeah, but Corey Balrog's working on it too, so we got hope. And hopefully they get Christopher Judge to play God of War, or Kratos. I mean,
play God of
he's
War.
gonna play well, technically that's true. He is the God of. Hopefully he can play the God of War.
That would be nice. I would love to see them, do more with that, and hopefully Christopher Judge will strangle Rafe Judkins if Rafe tries to do something awful.
And then give him a 25-minute speech on how to run a show.
Yeah, he should beat some sense into him.
Boy.
I hope he actually walks onto the Wheel of Time set too and smacks some sense into him there.
Dude, we don't have any. What about Wheel of Time? What happened to that? Isn't the season 2 supposed to be coming out? They had to redo that. They're redoing season 1.
Yeah, season 2 is supposed to come out. Its release dates is after Rings of Power season 1 TM. So who knows when it's actually coming out.
So 2028. We're gonna get season 2.
I would assume late this year.
Do we have any hope for that? I have no hope. Personally, I don't think I'm making it past season 2.
Very little hope.
Okay, we're on the same boat.
He did a really bad job with season 1. They're trying to make Moraine like the main character, even though she's an important character, but she's not like the main character. But they can't.
You're gonna confuse
she's also
the
one of the
audience.
biggest actresses in the show. So because she's a big actress, they're warping
I think
the
she
show.
is. She's probably the biggest in the show, if I remember.
She's probably the biggest actor in the entire show. Yes.
Yeah.
So the fact that they cast a big actress for this she's an important character. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that all these other characters are bigger characters than her, and they're trying to give her more screen time because she's a bigger actress, bad idea. They're changing the entire story.
Yeah, they're rewriting it.
Just to give the actor more screen time.
They're rewriting the books live.
Why even buy this and get the rights, and why even say you're doing
Because
this
it's
and make all
Amazon.
of it
They're
up?
just setting up shop. Jeff Bezos just went to his cronies and was like, "Hey, we're gonna build a studio. Get it done now." And now they just are buying stuff because they're trillionaires.
Yeah, but I mean, Amazon also has the Fallout TV show, which I'm scared to death on.
Oh man, dude, they got all of them.
Amazon's
HBO's got Last of Us though.
Huh?
HBO's got Last of Us.
HBO's
So
got Last
there
of
might be
Us.
hope. I don't think there needs to be a Last of Us TV show, but
Isn't
you know.
Warhammer also Amazon?
Yes.
That's why I think Rafe's involved with it. I know he's involved with God of War, but I don't know for sure if he's involved with Warhammer. I just remember Amazon's. I just assume they're all like in bed together. Maybe the Rings of Power showrunners if you're working on Warhammer.
Man, there's so much good stuff to look forward to. I can't wait.
Oh! Can't wait.
Oh man. Anyway, news on Avatar. So I got pre-news. Avatar 3 is going to have fire Na'vi.
What? And they're also supposed to be evil Na'vi. Well, the funniest thing about the fire Na'vi thing is, as soon as I got out of seeing Avatar 2, I texted Brian, Avatar 3, The Way of Sand.
They're going to do all the elements.
Well, it's like we went from the forest to the water lagoon.
Now we're going to go to a desert, volcano. There's other elements out there.
Yeah.
So that's the news for Avatar 3.
Avatar 4, The Way of Love.
Yep. No, that's not an element.
That's the fifth element.
That's the fifth element. Yeah, that's true.
That's Avatar 5, I'm sorry.
I will have to say, I think what they're going to end up doing is telling like a generational tale. Because when they announced that they're doing like 5 movies, 6 movies, however many they're doing, I was like, what are they going to do? And the only thing I can think of to rationalize it is they're going to be like telling a generational story where like Jake Sully is going to die and then his kid's going to take his place and then, he'll be the leader. That's what I think is going to happen. What do you think?
I think Jake Sully's going to be the main character for all of it.
You don't think he's going to die? Man, I hope he dies. Have him move on. Have him go to AWA, and he controls AWA from the background.
He's just like, I am AWA now.
He's driving AWA.
He's driving AWA. Well, I don't think it'll be about anyone else because of Avatar 2. And we'll get into that when we get into Avatar 2.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're here. We are into it.
I thought we're technically in the news area.
Oh, yeah, we are technically. Okay, we're in the news area, and the news area is Avatar news.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, there's going to be, the next movie is going to have fire. Are they going to be red? Are they still going to be blue?
Well, technically, this goes against the established lore of James Cameron. He's writing his own lore of it. I thought the Na'vi were all supposed to be peaceful people, because that's the whole thing about like even when they kill animals for food, they like pray to
We got to make some more here, otherwise there's no story anymore.
We've got evil ones, but
Military man. He's the villain for all 5 movies. He just keeps coming back to life.
Of course he is.
Because technically, hold on, we're still in Avatar 1 now. Because technically, if you die on Pandora, you just go to AWA, and in the second movie, he's a clone. The blue guy, I can't think of the Colonel's name. The Colonel is a clone of the original, but the original died on Pandora in the first one. So does that mean he's gonna fight it? Yeah,
because he's not the original. He's just the backed up memories.
He's the clone guy.
He's just the backed up memories of
oh my gosh, redemption arc. Oh, we're telling it in live. Okay, so
he's gonna fight himself.
He's gonna fight himself.
He'll be reborn on Pandora. He will fight it. And that's Jake's next kid.
Oh man,
is the guy is Kravitz reborn?
I think that's gonna happen. He's gonna fight himself,
and then he fights himself to like redeem himself. He's like, I've seen AWA. I've seen the light now.
I've seen AWA. She's real. We don't need this unobtainium and brain goo anymore.
We'll just live here forever.
We're just gonna live here. Oh my gosh, we just predicted Avatar maybe 3 or 4 or 5. We just predicted it live. It's 2023, January 5th, 6th, something like that.
It's early 2023.
Yep, and we predicted what movie is going to be in 2028.
It'll be dumber because
I think
James Cameron took 13 years to write this movie. It feels like he wrote it in an afternoon.
Well, they're not. They're all written though.
Oh my god.
They're all done. Aren't they all done?
He's finished them all.
I thought he finished the script.
Maybe he should go back to the script after.
No, keep it dumb. Keep it dumb. I want a stupid movie. Don't give me anything smart. I keep it stupid.
No, they're so stupid.
Yeah, keep them stupid.
No.
I don't want smart stuff for this. This needs to just remain to like the lowest common denominator. Be sure everybody can participate.
Avatar 1 was smarter than Avatar 2. And Avatar 1, I insulted everyone who liked it last time. Because I was like, this is for the dumbest people possible.
Yeah, keep it stupid. Not everything needs to have this super deep lore.
But
It's like
it
the
does.
MCU.
They don't even bother touching on it in the thing. There's Wikipedia pages and pages and pages of stuff James Cameron farted out.
I looked at the like Avatar wiki page.
There's, like,
There's a lot of
plants.
info. Where is this coming from?
It's just James Cameron taking shrooms and just like getting a Wikipedia.
He's the one that's writing the Wikipedia.
He's writing all of this, but he also doesn't like
He writes the
bother
Wikipedia on his
writing
free time.
dialogue well anymore. I don't know.
Oh, man.
So since I guess we're just falling into Avatar 2. So what's your rating?
David, you should rate it first because we all know that I really like Avatar.
What did I rate the last one? Like 7?
I don't remember. I don't remember even what I rated mine, but
I rated it low in case someone was gonna. I think I rated
you rated it lower because you were worried that this one. No wait,
I
you
think I
rated that one
higher.
higher because you
I
were
was
worried this was
worried
gonna be
it'd be
worse.
low.
Yeah. I don't know what that rating was though.
We're gonna go ahead and give Avatar 2 a 6.
No, we're not. No, you are.
I'm gonna go ahead and give Avatar 2 a 6. It was a movie.
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
It was like an hour longer than it needed to be. Bro was like 95% of the
Bro.
screenplay.
A lot of bros.
And yeah, it was way longer than it needed to be. And I always, after seeing the first movie, it's like, when he announced he's going to make 4 or 5 more Avatar movies, and I'm like, do we really need a second Avatar movie? And this movie definitively answers that question. Absolutely, we did not.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need more. We need more Avatar.
Well, I guess Brian disagrees with me.
Yes. We need more Avatar. More Avatar, please.
All right, what number are you throwing at Avatar?
9. I love Avatar, man. It's super simple. It's stupid. There is no reason the movie needs to be this long. There's no reason. It doesn't need to be this long. You could chop an hour off. But James Cameron is like, no, F you. You're going to enjoy this movie, and you're going to be quiet. That's pretty much what he's doing. He's like, I love this world. I'm going to keep doing this world forever. So, keep it up, James Cameron. 9 out of 10. One of the best movies I've seen ever. Here's something that David doesn't know here. You know part of this. Now, David saw Avatar 2 once, right? Now, you're aware that I've seen it twice.
Yes.
You're not aware that I've seen it more than twice.
What? Well, I do know you said you're going to try and throw money at James Cameron to make sure he can make a second one.
Well, actually, I've seen this movie 3 times. But that aside, money-wise, because I need to make sure this, I'm single-handedly going to make sure this movie makes
How much money have you single-handedly thrown at it?
I don't know. How much does a movie ticket cost nowadays? They're like 20, 60, 20, 40, 60.
So you're giving them almost a little bit less than $100.
One of those times I got popcorn, though. Does that count? Does he get any of the popcorn cut?
Popcorn is specifically for the movie theater.
All right, so
That's
I gave
why
the
they
movie
charge
theater
so much
popcorn.
for them, because they lose so much money on the actual movie.
Okay, so I didn't give him any money for the popcorn. However,
did the popcorn come in an Avatar tub? You might have gotten some.
no, that was too expensive. That was too much money. They did have collector's pins and like a collector tub.
He would have probably gotten some money from that.
Well, I didn't get those. They were a little bit too much. It was like $30 for that.
You're letting your hero down.
You know what? My hero. Yeah, let's talk about my hero for a second. Let's talk about this man. First of all, I looked before. This movie has entered the top 10 of highest grossing movies of all time. For Avatar 2
It beat Top Gun Maverick now.
Yep. Next up on the chopping block is Avatar, and it's only like $3 million away from from Avengers, the first Avengers movie. It was only like $3 million away from number 9, which was the 2012 Avengers movie. It's going to get that. Definitely going to. It's probably going to go up a little bit. It's going to probably go up quite a bit more still. Anyway, this is why we can't doubt James Cameron or this movie. James Cameron made a movie in 1994 about a sinking boat. It was the highest grossing movie of all time. In 2009, this man made a movie about blue people. It was the highest grossing movie of all time. This movie, Avatar 2: Way of Water, has a sinking boat with blue people. It's going to be the highest grossing movie of all time.
It's the perfect combination.
He's figured it out.
Of Titanic and Avatar.
I do think he is the king of spectacle, though. I mean, he has Titanic. Is everybody knows Titanic? Everybody knows Terminator. Everybody knows Alien. So
I've
it's like
never actually watched Titanic from beginning to end.
But you know of it.
What?
You know
Who
what
is
it
it?
is. Exactly.
Kate Winslet's
Sigourney
boobs?
Weaver.
Kate
is in it.
Winslet's boobs.
I thought you haven't seen the movie. You saw that part, though.
I've only seen that part.
I've seen that part.
That's the only part worth watching.
I have seen Titanic. It was fine, I guess. I don't know. None of his movies are like really that like they're not amazing, but they're
No,
game-breaking.
Terminator's great.
Not all of them.
Terminator 2. The one he did.
Okay.
The one James Cameron did. I still hold. I think Terminator 2 is my favorite James Cameron movie.
Did you know he's been working with Sigourney Weaver pretty much his whole life? Or no, Sigourney Weaver's been working with
He's
him.
been working in.
They've been working
Sigourney
in
Weaver?
conjunction. You know, that's how it works. So, yeah, Avatar is the greatest movie of all time. Go see it already. We're starting off with that.
Nope.
I like blue people.
I like blue people too, but they're called Andorians, and they're in Star Trek.
So, let's talk a little bit about the story here. The story is not the greatest in Avatar 2. It's not the greatest story.
It's. Have you seen Swiss cheese?
It is.
Quadruple that.
It is
There's
just.
lots of holes in this movie.
It's Avatar 1.
No, it's not. It's dumber than Avatar. It's
Yeah, but it's
smaller
like
and
kind of like
dumber.
the same story, though.
Kind of, but no.
What do you mean, no?
It's just dumber, and it's smaller, and it's more about his family and kids, and it's dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. That's why it's so good, though. It doesn't have to be smart. What about the whale poaching scene? Did that bring any uncomfortability to you? I thought at least that
This is the
those scenes
worst.
were made
So Avatar 2 is a worse version of Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home, which is also a movie about whaling and how it's bad.
how whaling's bad.
Yes.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on that.
So they have to go back in time to get some humpback whales to bring them to the future to talk to a probe that's destroying Earth.
I think that's gonna be an Avatar 3.
Probably.
So they completely abandoned the unobtainium. They don't talk about that.
They
at all.
don't mention it at all. They knocked down Mother Tree.
We don't know what happened with that. They
Either-
knocked down the tree and then left, and then now they're
Well, they got beat down by the Na'vi. Instead of just harvesting the unobtainium, they just like go to war for whatever reason. Like the Na'vi were beaten. Their tree was gone.
Yeah.
Sure, Jake Sully turned them against them, but they lured the humans into a trap. This makes the first movie make even
Well,
less
no,
sense.
they were going to in the first movie. They abandoned getting the unobtainium, and they were like, "We're just gonna go for the
We're
AWA
just gonna
tree."
blow up they took out the just because that's what unobtainium was underneath the tree, and then they found the sacred place. They were gonna go destroy the.
No,
sacred
yeah, they were
place.
going to the sacred place,
But
like
there's
the
no
AWA tree.
unobtainium in the sacred place. So why didn't they just harvest unobtainium? They just attack the Na'vi that have been driven from their home for reasons. And
Yeah.
then at the end of the first one, he goes and unites all the people of Pandora, except
Yes.
apparently this version of the water people, because they look different than the water people.
They're
he
slightly
gathered-
different blue.
No, they're different than the water people because he gathered the water people than the first one.
Yeah.
But then these are different because they don't know him or they know of
No,
him, but they don't know him personally.
They also have modifications. Their tails
their
are different.
tails are different. Their
Their
arms
arms-
they got club arms.
Yeah.
Boom. They're
They're
weird.
built for water.
They're really weird, funky looking. I like the original ones, but these guys look really weird. Especially when their arms aren't in frame, they look fine. But when their arms
They're like big.
they're making fun of them because they've only got 3 fingers, and I'm like, even out that really big hump on your arm, another finger.
Another finger.
That would make it look a little bit
It's
more
for
normal.
splitting.
It's just it looks really weird and kind of dumb.
Who is Kiri's father?
Huh?
Kiri is Sigourney Weaver's character.
Awa.
Awa is that's who her father is?
Awa impregnated Sigourney Weaver's character.
Maybe. It could be.
Or, you know who really did it?
I don't know. Norm. You don't know who Norm is.
No. Bro Kid did it.
Oh, that's They briefly talked
James
about
Cameron's the father.
What?
James Cameron. James Cameron's the father. He climbed into the blue thing.
James Cameron did it.
James Cameron did it. James Cameron's the father.
I still don't. At least I don't understand the wanting for this movie to like not do good. I don't understand that. Why would anybody hope for stuff to be bad? Like I don't want stuff to be bad.
It is bad.
Well, it's a stupid story. But yeah, I don't want. Before you saw it, you're hoping for it to be bad.
No, I wanted it to be good, but so Avatar 1 was a fine movie. I didn't love it when I first saw it.
I did.
Rewatching it, it was a much better movie than I remembered it being. It still wasn't great, but it was better than I remembered it being. And this movie I didn't think there was anywhere for it to go, and this movie proves
It didn't have anywhere to go.
There's nowhere for this.
Well, actually, no. They could have. I mean, they can go to Earth. They had a space battle that was cut out.
There was a space battle that was cut out. I sent that to you.
Yeah, there's a 9-hour cut of this movie somewhere.
Oh my god.
And I like that. I still like that James Cameron like doubled down. He was like, "No, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch it for 3 hours." When there's a 9-hour cut somewhere, James Cameron released the cut. I will go see it.
Hashtag the 9-hour cut.
Hashtag the 9-hour cut. I want to see the space battle.
Oh man, I don't know. This movie's just got a lot of like.
There's just a lot. There's nothing going on, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I'm being on Pandora. Like I feel like I'm just kind of immersed into Pandora when I'm watching these movies.
But the thing is, this movie was so long, I just forgot. Like everything just starts glazing.
Yeah, you just start because you're like, oh my god, I'm living it, dude. I'm in Pandora. That's what's happening to you.
It makes it
you start to feel
though.
like you're in the story. You are the story. Without you, there is no Avatar.
Okay, so in the movie, they decide we're gonna leave the forest people, and he pisses off his wife,
the Tiri.
We're gonna leave the forest
Who's a
people.
Beast.
We can't beat the humans, even though we did it barely an inconvenience in the first movie.
Yes.
We did it, but we can't do it again, obviously. So we're gonna go into hiding with the water people, but not the water people we recruited in the last movie, and not the fire people because apparently they're evil now.
That's in 3. That's in Avatar 3.
And I thought they recruited everyone from the entire world.
That is kind of what they said in the first movie.
That's what they said.
Kind of. Yeah.
So he just forgot about it.
Yeah.
It's not like It's not like the Last Jedi, where there's a different guy coming on. This is still James Cameron. Why can't he get his own story? Whatever.
You want to know my 2 biggest issues with this movie? Towards the end of the movie, when they're fighting on the sinking ship, he brings his army. Jake Sully brings his army. They just disappear.
As soon as night happens, they just disappear.
They all disappear. That's my first big issue. The second issue is, I don't know, maybe there's some medical term behind this, but like when Jake Sully and the Colonel are fighting, the clone Colonel, because the human one isn't in this movie. He'll be in Avatar 3. But when the clone Avatar man is fighting Jake Sully, they're fighting underwater and he chokes them out. Why? Like, aren't they? What would choking out somebody underwater do? You already are trying to hold your breath.
You're crushing the windpipe.
Yeah, but you're not using air. You're just underwater.
I don't know why he didn't try to snap his neck like Henry Cavill did at the end of.
Yeah. So why was he just choking them out? Does choking somebody out underwater work? Because they're just holding their breath. Isn't that the whole point of being choked out? Is you choke somebody out until they can't breathe anymore? But if you're already not breathing,
that's a good point. But
I don't know. Maybe it's like they're cutting off blood to their head. Well, or something.
It does. Like a sleeper hold. Like a sleeper hold cuts off your carotid and makes you pass out.
Okay, maybe that's why then.
And then
I feel like that was
because it cuts off oxygen to your brain. So then you just start breathing your water and you die from that.
How come sometimes they can hold their breath for a very long time and then sometimes they can't?
That's my huge issue. That's my huge issue with the movie. Is that like they come to the water people and the water people are like, "Hey, we'll take you reluctantly, but you must learn our ways."
Yes.
Only thing Jake learns how to do is to ride the piranha fish thing.
That also was pretty cool. That fish thing was pretty cool.
Okay, but why wasn't the first thing he learned how to do was holding his breath?
I don't know, because he didn't want to. He wanted to start with because he was like pretty
Why
determined.
did he learn nothing from the water people other than to ride the one fish?
Well, he was pretty determined to ride that fish too, because they were like, "Hey, you got to start with those little whale things that I don't know the name of," and he was like, "No, I'm starting here." So he's like,
but like
you know,
he didn't learn
He didn't-
holding his breath. His
No, he didn't
kid's
learn the
gotta
ways.
teach him how to hold his breath in the movie. I was like, oh my god, this is so dumb.
Come on, Dad.
And then my other big problem, other than the Colonel thing, and the people just disappearing. For no, the light goes down, they just go poof. They just all poof as soon as like the sun goes down.
It's fantastic.
And then there's that ring of fire on the surface of the water, and everyone's like, "Well, we should swim into the ship instead of swimming underneath."
Oh,
when fire.
when the Sullies are trying to escape the boat, right?
Well, let's go back into the ship instead of just swimming
Yeah.
underneath the fire. I'm like,
It was like all the oil, right? That was like it was like on top of the water or gas or whatever.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was just making sure we're thinking about the same
Swim
thing.
under, and then you'll be safe.
It was hot.
No. We're gonna swim into the sinking ship.
It was too hot. The water was hot. That's why they couldn't do it. That's canon. It's on the Wikipedia page.
That's dumb. And you're not gonna be hot for long. You're just gonna swim right through it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's a stupid story. I'm on board. I agree with you. The problem is, my little goobly goblin brain is like, this is amazing. There's bright lights and flashing and fighting, and it doesn't feel like the MCU to me. It feels like the fights, like there's actual consequences. In Marvel fights, you like know what's going to happen. And it doesn't feel like oh, they're fighting. I wonder what the outcome's going to be. Here it's like the dude gets his arm chopped off by a whale with like a cable around its head. That was pretty cool.
That was kind of cool. The dude gets his arm.
But it's like
chopped
there's
off.
people actually like die and stuff in these, rather than there's no stakes to anything. Like I do think it's possible that Jake Sully could die. I don't feel like
I don't think so.
I think he could die.
Well, the movie is just too much about Jake Sully versus the Colonel. That's why I don't think he's gonna die. Because like the first movie,
Well, what happens when the Colonel's gonna fight the Colonel? Who's Jake Sully gonna fight then?
himself. He's gonna find another version of himself. The fire version. Ava cloned his brain and turned him into a fire beast.
Man, this is great because it makes no sense.
It's like that's the thing. Like everything is just so dumb nowadays. Like as dumb as an idea as I come up with, they'll come up with something dumber.
This is his dream though. Did you know he was drawing Awa in pictures when he was a kid?
What? He was drawing naked blue girls.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll explain a little bit here. So when James Cameron was a wee little lad in school, you know those little floaty things they're like jellyfish?
Yeah.
He was drawing those in Pandora when he was a kid.
So he was drawing jellyfish.
This has been his dream his whole life. And he's finally doing it. And he doesn't care what anybody else thinks about his movies. The problem is the problem for people who don't want any more Avatar is that the movies make a lot of money. They're going to keep making them, man. And you're going to have to keep podcasting on them. And I'm going to be right here to talk about it.
I don't know. Like
I'm going to keep it going, man.
it's bizarre because I mean I am complaining a lot about the movie, but the movie wasn't bad. It was just dumb.
It's
dumb.
dumb.
Yeah,
It's dumb.
it's
It's
like-
dumb. It is dumb.
That's like my issue with it. It's like it's not offensively bad like so many other movies we've watched this year. Like most everything going on with the MCU, where it's just offensively bad, where it's just insultingly bad. This is just dumb.
Yep.
And like I guess that's better,
It's a good dumb.
but I don't know. It's just missing something.
What about the jellyfish that makes you breathe underwater?
That's
Kiri
fine.
has that.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm glad we're on board with that.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's cool too.
So they also like she can't bond with the other AWA tree underwater,
She's gonna have a seizure.
or she has a seizure, and then they don't. He doesn't tell her she can't do
Well,
it.
they're
And
obviously gonna bring that up
don't
again.
bring it up.
They're gonna bring it up in the next movie.
He forgot that they already
did.
got the water people. They're gonna
Yeah.
forget it. He's gonna forget about this too.
He might forget about it, but I feel like the whole discovering what AWA is is the big thing. Like there's Jake Sully and there's the humans and all that, but I feel like Awa, like discovering who Awa is.
Awa is God of their world.
Yeah, but we don't know
Sigourney
anything about
Weaver is Jesus.
Maybe
She's definitely Jesus. She's like controlling everything. Like she's
a scientist.
She's Jesus.
Oh man, I can't wait till Avatar 3. Let's talk about how good the movie looks.
She's gonna die because she's gonna die for the sins.
She's
gonna die for the sins of the evil Navi.
She's gonna die
because Awa loves them too.
There's a lot of loving going on. So one thing you will agree with me on is this is probably the best looking movie that ever has been made. Do you agree with that?
It's a beautiful movie. It's just.
After
Avatar 1, it was such a big movie, the giant army and everything. And this, like, the biggest fight is between, like, a partial tribe and then, like, a whaling vessel. It is very anticlimactic.
Well, if you're gonna do 5 potentially more movies, how do you keep amping it up from Avatar 1? Where are you gonna end up in Avatar? They're already supposed to be in space in Avatar 2.
The Na'vi have to build their own spaceships.
That's not
go
happening.
To space.
They're not gonna. There's no way.
They're gonna use the unobtainium and learn the knowledge from Awa to go wipe out. They're gonna build a Death Star from unobtainium.
Is that what unobtainium does? It builds Death Stars.
It's a Death Star building material.
I feel like the
It lets them communicate with Awa even when they're not at home.
Yeah, it does.
They just stick their butts onto it.
That's on the wiki too. That's on the Wikipedia page too. What about the so? The MacGuffin is the unobtainium in Avatar 1, and this movie is the brain goo of the whales. And they said it completely stopped aging, and it was $80 million a vial. Do you think that is the correct price? I don't feel like that's enough money.
Who's gonna afford that?
80 million?
Like only the 1% of 1% will be able to throw away.
So it's like pretty much unobtainable for any normal person. So the only people who can afford it is the 1% of the 1%.
That's like
so just make it like $1 billion, and then you're not cutting out any more market, and you get to live forever. I mean, that would be people's goal. You know, make $1 billion.
I guess. I mean,
it stops aging completely. That's what they said. It stops aging.
That'll be the one thing that comes up in the next movie, unless he forgets about it.
It's gonna be a new one. It's gonna be a new MacGuffin.
A new MacGuffin. Like, I don't. I mean, it's at least this MacGuffin makes sense. Unobtainium made no sense.
Well, they didn't explain it.
I will say they won up to the MacGuffin.
We're turning him. We're turning him. Let's go.
They made the MacGuffin better. The MacGuffin makes sense. It makes people stop aging. That's something people want. Great, and it's valuable. Great. Unobtainium just valuable.
Well, we don't know what it does yet.
What does unobtainium do?
We don't know yet. I looked at the Wikipedia page. The Wikipedia page still doesn't say anything.
Exactly. It's a stupid MacGuffin.
They're just like, it's a stone that works for computers. What?
Oh, okay.
It makes a computer work good.
It makes computer
work. So, the next thing is the family. Jake Sully's family.
Hate them.
You hate them all.
Except
Why?
for Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver's not like part of his family.
She's adopted.
She's the adopted. What about Spider? I saw some people upset that they weren't including Spider at the end of the movie when they were like, those Sullys stick together.
I hate Spider.
And then Spider just randomly showed up at the end, and they're like, oh yeah, Spider's a thing. Now here's my thought on this. At the beginning of the movie, opening words, Jake Sully says, bro. Spider is like a stray cat, insinuating that he's not a Sully and they don't care about him. So I think Neytiri should have just killed him.
He's not even an adopted cat. He just comes and bothers you.
Who's Spider's like mom? Can you imagine how bad that must have been? Where you're like, okay, say goodbye to your baby. He can't go on the spaceship, but you're leaving. You can't stay here anymore because the Na'vi are. So you're just gonna leave your baby here.
Yeah, they don't address that at all. There's no video logs.
No, they don't address it. It's just...
I hope that's what they should have done. They should have had a video log of his mom saying bro a lot to explain why he says bro, because it makes absolutely no sense why Spider says bro every other word, and he's gotten the other Na'vi children of Jake Sully to also say bro every other word. It makes no sense. Like, none of the scientist people talk this way. Like, the military people left.
Yeah.
So why would he speak this way?
You know, it's funny that like we keep saying like they're saying bro. They do say bro a couple times throughout the movie.
They say bro.
But then there is
times in the movie.
Maybe when there's like 20 minutes left in the movie, they have like a couple lines of dialogue and they literally say bro. I've seen this movie 3 times. Like 12 times in that one dialogue scene.
It's a lot.
Why I don't understand why they do that.
Bro.
And it's Jake Sully's son who says it.
Bro.
He says bro like 12 times. So we need him to stop saying bro.
And so like Jake's got 2 sons and a daughter, and then the adopted daughter.
Yes. But one of them is dead.
One of them dies, and guess what? The one who dies, the one who's got almost 0 screen time, don't care. Like the one who got the screen time. That's like you build them up.
No, the one that got. Oh, the older brother is the one you're saying didn't have screen time.
Yeah, he barely had any screen time.
No, he didn't.
He dies, and it's just like, okay.
Now
I don't care.
Here's another problem I have, which is dumb and it's great because when you die on Pandora, you don't actually die. Your body just gets your like mind and everything just is put somewhere else.
Absorbed back
so I don't understand. Like, are they how much like RAM does like Awa have in like memory? Because like, are they creating new like is Jake Sully's son that died new new energy, or is it like recycled from like somebody else?
Why does the Avatar have functioning reproductive glands to impregnate materia?
I mean, I don't know that answer. That
why aren't they Barbie dolls? Why aren't they Barbie dolls?
You're gonna get some answers to some stuff that we're talking about today. I don't think you're gonna get a reproductive answer about why. I think this is something you just gotta be like, yeah, that's just how they built them.
They built them with junk,
with functioning parts, with the functioning parts. What do you think about Neytiri? Is she still your favorite?
Well, I liked her the most in Avatar 1 because she was the best animated.
What about who's your favorite character
I feel
now?
like she's barely in the second movie.
No, she's not. But at the end, she is pretty terrifying. I thought she's like a beast. She's going around, one-shot kills. That she had the facial expression when she was like angry. Mm-hmm. She had like these big eyes, man. That shot was great. And I was worried. I thought she was just gonna kill.
No, like this one.
Yeah, exactly like that one. So I thought she was also animated or CGI'd or whatever the heck's mocap super good. I still like Neytiri. I think is still my favorite character.
I think she's still. I wish she had more screen time. She's barely in it. Jake is also barely in it. Like it's so much about his kids.
Yeah, it is about his kids.
And it's really frustrating.
And a whale.
And the whale.
A whale does take up a good portion, and the whale is cool.
Oh man, that just.
The movie looks so good, dude. Oh my god. I can't wait to see it again.
I don't plan on watching it ever again.
I will make you watch it again. This is not going to be the last time we visit Avatar. We will go to Pandora someday.
One day.
This movie is amazing. I keep saying it because it's true. What about the crab robots? Those are pretty cool.
The crab robots are now my favorite characters in the movie.
They were pretty cool.
I'm sorry, Neytiri. They didn't have a lot of screen time, but they were really cool.
Yeah, they were
I
really
really like the crab. Made me think of Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think. Oh, we need to talk about like. So, I think Horizon and Avatar are kind of like similar in terms of like culture impact. Everybody wants
absolutely none.
Yeah, there's like none, but for some reason they still make a lot of money. Like everybody didn't. I saw more stuff saying they wanted Avatar to fail. Because for whatever reason, and I see the same thing for Horizon, that they want the series to fail, but neither one of them are failing. But they also have no like real culture impact.
But also, Horizon Zero Dawn is like 100 times smarter than Avatar is.
But if you boil it down, it's kind of just like a mega corporation trying to take over the tribesmen, and there's tribes in both of them. There's a mega corporation in both of them.
Yeah.
They're similar that way. So I wonder if there's anything there why there's no culture impact. Does a mega corporation make something have no cultural impact? These are the philosophies.
I don't know. Cyberpunk is all about mega corporations, and Cyberpunk's.
Do they have tribes and stuff?
I mean,
I haven't played the games yet.
No. I'm not talking about Cyberpunk 2077 and just specifically, but Cyberpunk the genre. It's all. It's pretty in culture.
Yeah, but it's got that is in culture.
We just picked up The Ascent. I mean, Cyberpunk 2077. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy who invented the tabletop game. I mean, he kind of like spearheaded a lot of it. I mean, he wasn't the first person to ever do Cyberpunk, but Cyberpunk as a genre is definitely something that's in the cultural zeitgeist. And Cyberpunk 2077 has been gotten a lot of work, and I'm super excited for the DLC that's coming out, Phantom Liberty. So
No, that's not doesn't have a release date though. That's when I'm gonna play the game.
But I really like the cyberpunk aesthetic and feel, and it's all about mega corporations if you want to get down to it.
I guess that's true. But then why does Horizon and Avatar, they are similar to a certain
Horizon's
extent.
problem is because Horizon 1 came out the same week as Breath of the Wild, and Horizon 2's problem is it came out the same week as Elden Ring.
Yeah, but that's not, it's there. That is also a big issue that they definitely need to stop dealing for sure. But it's also
they should like put like a month in between other big releases.
People don't like Horizon. Like people don't like the game is reviewed well, but everybody I talk to, besides you and one other person, everybody I know that I've talked to or I've seen reviews of are like, it's not good. It's the same thing with this Avatar movie. Why? I want to know why.
Well, Avatar's dumb. So
Avatar is dumb.
I can see why people are not liking that.
Well,
Horizon's not dumb. Horizon's really well done.
I don't know why people don't like
smarter. The story's good. The plot twist was really good. It was like, holy crap! I can't believe this guy's such an asshole. But I mean, at the same time, it's both like shocking and almost like, wow, all rich people are douches all the time.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Pharaoh is Elon Musk.
Pretty much.
Elon Musk would fuck us all.
Probably. I don't know that we're quite. I mean, I could see Elon Musk being a pharaoh.
Elon Musk
but the
is
problem
Pharaoh.
is, I don't think we're not going to have the technology necessary for him to like actually cause any problem. I don't think. He's talking about AI and all this stuff. I don't think like we're not there yet, and we'll be dead before.
John Carmack left Facebook to go do AI.
I don't know who that is. That a significant? Like why? What is that?
You don't know John Carmack?
Is he a Star Trek guy?
No.
Should I know who this guy is?
Absolutely.
Who is he?
Coded Doom.
Oh.
Doom 2, Quake.
Okay.
Like he made all the Doom engines.
Man, I can't remember everything.
John Carmack. He's like the one gamer guy. You should know.
The one gamer. What about Todd Howard? Should I not know who Todd Howard is?
You should not know who Todd
He's
Howard
the one
is.
gamer guy that everybody knows.
Fancy shoes.
Shiny jacket.
Shiny jacket.
But yeah, Avatar is 10 out of 10. Well, actually, I give it a 9 out of
He
10.
gave it a 9 out of 10.
So it's a 9 out of 10. It's one of the greatest spectacles I've ever seen in a movie theater before. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Because I don't have to take it seriously. I can just go and enjoy it. I don't have to think about it. I can just kind of go, look at it, enjoy it for what it is, and then I can leave. I don't got to like worry about it being, terrible trash, because it's just fun to go watch. I like enjoying it. It's fun.
Yeah,
Simple for me.
That's the thing. It's perfectly okay movie. It's just turn your brain off and watch the flashy lights.
Yeah, and enjoy it, because it's like a lot of the things that you and I are interested in have very deep lore. Lord of the Rings. You're getting into Warhammer. I'll be following shortly after. Deep lore. Another deep lore. Wheel of Time. Deep lore. Ton of books. It's nice. MCU. It's starting to be so many. There's a lot. It's not super deep lore, but there's a lot of content you gotta
there's a lot of
absorb.
Content.
This is something where I don't have to do that. There's no like entry fee where it's like you gotta watch 17 movies before you can like watch this one
before you can appreciate it.
Yeah,
what's going on.
It's the same thing with like Middle Earth. There's a lot going on there. It's deep lore. This is it's just surface level. It looks good, and I like it.
I just want a better story. Like, just tell me a captivating story. That's my problem with this movie. That it's just the story's not very good. And I just have a hard time turning my brain off that much. If I'm going to be in front of a screen that much, I severely want to be entertained and not just impressed visually. And like I'm this is how I am just with things. Like, I don't like watching a lot of TV or a lot of like movies back to back to back. Like, if I'm looking at a screen, I'd rather be playing a video game for the most part.
We talked about that. We did.
Yeah,
we agree. We agree on that. I will say that to anyone out there listening who likes Avatar and want us to talk about Avatar more, If that 9-hour cut comes out, I'm going to try my best to get David to watch it.
Well, you started watching Star Trek. If it comes out, I will chip away at a 9-hour cut.
Cool.
It's only fair because you're starting to get into Star Trek, and I will watch your 9-hour cut of Avatar.
Okay.
I'm also trying to curate Star Trek for him, so he doesn't have to watch stuff that even I say is like not great. So I'm trying to give him the best of what I like.
You know, if you've made it this far into the podcast, you probably are invested to what we talk about. So for the future, we are going to talk about, I think it's Next Generation, right?
We can talk about we can switch to Deep Space Nine.
Okay. Well, I watched episode 1 of
Encounter at Farpoint. It is a terrible episode.
Yeah,
I love Star Trek. I will admit that is a very bad episode. Q, did you like Q though?
No, I didn't really like anything, man. It was
Didn't like Q?
Man, I don't know.
You haven't seen much of Q. Q's really weird the first time you see him.
We'll have to see what this curated list looks for. But right now, I've known for a while that I don't think I was gonna like Star Trek, and boy.
But that's
not a good entry piece. Except Lower Decks. Lower Decks is one of my favorite things I've ever watched.
Well, that's why I gave you Lower Decks.
That was great.
Because I figured you'd like it because it's short and it's funny and it's really good.
Is all Star Trek like 45 minutes? I thought they were like 23-minute episodes.
No. Lower Decks is the only one that's short.
What? Really? My whole life. That blew my mind. Because I was looking at it and I went to like season 1. I'm like, wait, they're all 40 minutes?
Yeah.
And then I went to like, I was like, I thought they were all 23. So then I went to like a different series. I don't remember what it was. And those were also 40 minutes. I was like, what? I thought these were 23-minute episodes.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So that's how much for anybody curious, that's how much Star Trek I know about. I thought they were all 23-minute episodes with commercials.
It's only because Lower Decks is animated. But Lower Decks feels more like old Star Trek than Discovery or Picard. I'm not going to make you watch Discovery because they are...
You made me watch the first season of it.
They are rings of... Well, we were...
That's only because we were at work.
We were at our job.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it because we could we were working while we were watching it, and I'd rather watch Discovery than work. So it's like it worked out fine. But yeah,
well, Discovery season 1 is still the best season of the show. It's a crappy season.
I don't
but
think
it's still the best season of the show.
It was better than not working. Yeah. It was better than working.
Oh yeah, for sure. Watching a crappy TV show is definitely better than working, and we were at work.
Yes, we were working
at our job.
Yep.
That we don't work at anymore.
No, we don't work there anymore.
we left on our own accord.
You're making it sound like we got fired.
No, I said we left on our own accord. We did not get fired.
We did leave on our own accord.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We left on our own accord.
We could still be there right now if we wanted.
Theoretically. If they didn't move the job to Memphis.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Who knows?
But yeah, watch Avatar. Please. I want this movie to make more money than everything else. It's on its way. It's going to break. I bet you it's going to... Where do you think it's going to end up?
I don't know.
Number 1 is Avatar, and it's at 2.9 billion. This is as of recording, this is at 1.5.
Maybe it'll be right after Avatar 1 and right after, in between Avatar 1 and Endgame. Because Endgame is a much worse movie. I would...
Whoa. Really? You think Endgame's worse than Avatar?
Endgame is dumber than Avatar because they
did
time travel and they did
take.
it so badly.
Nice.
It made me so mad.
Everything's better. There's nothing better than Avatar, so that's a good take right there.
Endgame is trash.
Good. I'm glad you think so, because that means Avatar's better.
Avatar 2 isn't trash. It's just dumb. It's a perfectly fine movie that's just kind of dumb, and it's beautiful. Lots of pretty stuff.
It's very beautiful.
It is really dumb though, because Edie Falco, she's some human general, and like we're gonna be moving all the humans from Earth to Pandora because Earth is.
Those little spider things can put up a building in a couple weeks.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay,
pretty cool.
People can't breathe Pandora's atmosphere. Why would you relocate Earth to a...
I want to... Wait, what is Earth going to look like? Because we see the kind of tech that they're bringing to Pandora, and we are supposed to go to Earth in one of these movies. Mm-hmm. What is Earth going to look like?
It's going to look like Cyberpunk 2077.
It's Cyberpunk 2077.
He's going to make it Cyberpunk 27. It's like Avatar takes place in the Cyberpunk 2077 universe.
That would be great. That would be great. No, wait. I have to think about it. It'd have to be a dumb.
It's
Cyberpunk.
further in the future.
It's
definitely
it's
further
quite
in
a
the
bit
future.
further in the future than 2077, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's like
much
hundreds of
further.
years farther.
Yeah, it's much further.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I would like it to look like that, but bigger. But except there's no empty spaces. It's all giant mega buildings.
I'm thinking of like that meme. I don't know. It's like I don't know if you've seen it.
Have you seen Judge Dredd with Carl Urban?
That's what you want it to look like?
Also, just like trash, just like awful giant cities, and it's just awful.
I don't want it to look like that.
Well, I think
it's gonna look pretty cool.
I think that's what it's gonna look like because
I don't.
People are trying to leave Earth because it's such a shithole.
No, it's not gonna look like that. James Cameron doesn't do stuff like that. It's not like dark and gritty. This is not like a dark and gritty, series.
But they imply.
I think we're gonna get there and it's gonna be like giant like silver buildings and flying, floating stuff. I think there's gonna be a little bit of grass.
No grass. Except the weed. The weed will still be around, but
Probably.
no regular grass.
Hey, I'm excited for it. Bring it on,
Yeah,
James
that'd be
Cameron.
crazy. If the only plants they ever plant is just weed.
Listen, James Cameron, dude, please bring me on to consult this movie. Like, I never wanted anything more in my life. I will make this. It's already, I can't. You've already created the greatest media of all time. I will elevate that to the next level. This will be nothing will ever beat this. And I'm sure you already think that, but trust me, when I'm done, I will have a good story. And then, if this had a good story, if this was like God of War story, oh my gosh, dude.
If this had a good story, this would be a 9.
It would be one of the greatest things I've ever watched. It already is.
Story wasn't very good, so I had to give it a very bad review. But it's not offensively bad. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, but your recommendation would be for people to go see it. Come on now. Yeah, just even for the spectacle of what it looks like. I think you're like discrediting how good this movie looks. People should just go. Who cares how bad it is? Just based on how it looks.
I mean, it's pretty for sure. It's
the best looking movie ever created.
When I was in my 20s, I went to movies just for the spectacle, no matter how bad they were.
You're doing that now.
I don't do that now.
You just did it. You watched an Avatar.
Well, no, I watched some of the podcast on it.
You were going to watch
it.
You're
right
gonna,
now.
You're going to watch it anyway. Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you. He was going to see it no matter what.
I would have watched it on Disney Plus if we weren't going to podcast.
Exactly. You still would have saw it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have gone to the movie theater and paid for it.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Okay.
That's the thing. When I was younger, I went and saw movies multiple times for the spectacle.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everything is so freaking expensive
Well,
right now. I am
yeah.
not doing that. I am not doing that anymore.
I can't. No, going to the movies all the time is not really financially a good idea anymore. Because most things aren't even good. Even watchable good. Like this is, again, this story thing sucks and everything. But you're going for a different reason for this movie. But most other movies just suck anyway.
I mean,
they're not good.
My wife hates going to the movies, so we only go to a movie when I'm podcasting on it. That's literally the only reason. That's the only reason I go to the movie theater. If I'm not planning on podcasting on it, I wait for it to come to streaming, then I watch it. If it was like the good old times of early COVID, I mean, it sucks for people who got sick, but I loved that movies you were just able to rent them from home for like $30. I wish that was how it was. Red Letter Media probably wishes that's how it was because for years we watched Red Letter Media and they've been calling for the downfall of actual movie theaters. And the fact that COVID didn't kill the movie theater makes me sad inside.
Well, I don't think you'll ever be able to kill the movie theater completely.
If COVID didn't kill, I don't know what will.
So, I respect your opinion, and I thought to myself, how many times have I gone to the theater? Because I thought I haven't been to the movie theater that much either, but then you brought up COVID, and when Tenet came out, Chris Nolan's last movie, I drove 4 hours away to go watch it in a movie theater, so I could see it in a movie. So I guess I can preach what you're saying, but I can't. I definitely will go to a movie theater. I went 2 states over because all the movie theaters were closed. I took off of work I drove to Illinois to go see Tenet. So as much as I want to agree with you,
liked Tenet because that's a long ass drive.
Hey man, it was worth it. It gave me something to do because everybody was stuck. You couldn't go anywhere, and I was getting tired of just you can't go outside. Everybody's in lockdown. Sure, I get it. I understand. Nobody should have gone outside, but I can only take so much.
I don't know. I got too many video games to play. I need to go outside.
I have a lot of video games too, but man, when it's sitting literally doing nothing.
That's the other news. The Steam Winter Sale happened. Oh my gosh, we got so much stuff to do.
Yeah, we did. Maybe we'll probably talk about some of the games that we got. There is Grounded. Nobody's. If anybody's listening at this point, boy, you're going to be an early adopter. I think David and I have been working on. Well, okay, I'm not hyping this up. I don't want to hype it up like I was going to, but we played Grounded and made a series of it, and that'll be going up pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know when.
Something else to look on the YouTube.
It is nothing like a podcast.
No, it's
they're 10 to 15 minute episodes that are extremely edited.
Or do it. It's like a little Let's Play series.
Yeah, it's better though. Most Let's Plays are just people sitting there talking while they play the game. I don't watch Let's Play anymore, so I don't actually know if that's accurate. But when I watched Let's Play, it was very low edit.
It's a streamlined.
Yeah, you would just kind of sit down for 20 minutes. Actually, they would probably, if I was creating those videos, I would have sat down for a couple hours, played the game, and then just chopped it up into 4 sections or whatever. We kind of did that, except there's way more editing than just played for an hour.
Well, I've only seen the intro I made, and it's pretty cool. So I'm
we'll see how it goes.
Looking forward to it. But yeah, that's Avatar 2. We just kind of got in the weeds.
We're gonna stay in the weeds for Avatar. If anybody out there is writing an Avatar book, please let me know. I will watch it. I will not watch it. I will watch it, and I will read it. And I will talk about it on the podcast. 100%. Absolutely, dude. There's no chance I won't. I know there's the Wikipedia books where it explains the art and all that stuff. I don't want that. I want a Avatar book, a novel.
Young Neytiri.
Yeah, just take the first movie and just turn it into a book. I'll read it. I'll read anything that you put out.
That's what they did with Star Wars.
Yeah. We're not.
Look how
Star Wars isn't good though.
It used to be.
Yeah. I'm not watching Andor in principle.
Yeah, I'm not watching.
We've already talked about this, I think, on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not watching Andor.
And I'm just reaffirming people, we are not going to be doing Andor. I don't know. I think the next Star Wars.
If we had if this video gets 100,000 likes,
I can't be bought. I can't be bought.
We won't get 100 likes. If this video gets 100,000 likes, if it gets 1 million likes,
I cannot be bought to watch this. I'm not watching it. I want Star Wars to fail, and me watching it helps it, and I don't want to help.
It'll probably be years. So maybe then we can watch Andor. If we get a bajillion subscribers, send a bajillion, then we'll watch Andor.
Okay, fine. If we get a go bajillion.
A bajillion. We'll hold you to that, YouTube.
What about me? Hold me to it.
Hold you to it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hold. I think the next Star Wars thing I'm
going
to
watch him. If you want to force him to watch Andor, we need a bajillion likes and almost as many subscribers.
We need more subscribers than humans on the Earth.
Yes,
by a lot. By 192 billion.
Everyone on Earth.
992 billion extra people.
Make 100 accounts.
We still wouldn't have enough. That wouldn't be enough. Everybody would have to make 1,000 accounts. Every human on the planet has to make 1,000 accounts.
Watch Andor. They have to work for it, right?
Do you know if we had that many subscribers? Do you know how powerful our influence would be if we had literally, if we had 1,000x subscribers that are on the planet? Our influence would be we would be everywhere. I don't know. I wouldn't want that. That would give me a panic attack. Don't do that, everybody. Please don't subscribe. Don't subscribe. It's gonna give me anxiety. Oh man. Yeah, so
Oh, you'll never hear that again from a YouTuber.
we're not YouTubers, man. We're just like two dudes talking about stuff. And if you
On
know,
YouTube.
oh
And
yeah,
on
that,
podcast.
that's right. That never mind.
And on Twitch.
I
We are
forgot.
YouTubers.
I'm a YouTuber.
That's where Grounded's coming.
That's true.
Exclusively.
I don't
to
feel
YouTube.
like a YouTuber. How about that? You feel like one? I don't
Subscribe
feel
to us. All of you. Now.
like I mean, if
It
anybody
helps us out a lot. That's what everyone says.
let's be real. If anybody's like, here right now, they're subscribed. Like 100%. There's no doubt.
They would subscribe. Well, thank you for everyone that's still here. We'll get you next time on. Brian wrote down some weird thing on our schedule, but he doesn't even know what it is.
I don't remember writing what I don't know what it is.
So we don't know what we're talking about next time, but we'll
It might it might have to change because I don't know where I got that from.
He wrote down some random thing.
Oh man, you thought Captain Invincible was weird. Wait until next podcast.
Yeah, it's something else.
We'll find something.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone who's still here, and live long and prosper, one and all. May I see you.
I see you. Awa.
Awa.
Scound.